And we're live.
Oh my god, it's been forever.
Oh my god. It's the boys. And we are back. We are back. And we've got some things to tell you guys.
And there's my cat immediately making his presence known.
I am an animal.
I am here and I have something to say. Meow.
Precisely. Yeah, so we just kind of wanted to create this video to
Not a video.
Yeah. Well, yeah, okay, fair. Well, technically, it will be on YouTube, but I guess if we're putting it on Spotify,
It won't be a
then...
fucking video, though. It'll just be like a screenshot.
Very true, very true.
And now my
with a
cat
visualizer
is walking all over my keyboard. Go away. Why are you like this?
Damn, Frankie. Glad Yuna's kind of not like that.
Dude, he like waits until I'm doing something, and then he's just, let me jump up here and be a part of this too. Oftentimes when I'm playing a shooter game, he'll actually come up and attack my mouse hand.
Does he get
Ow,
him?
he's chewing on me now! Why?
Does he actually get him, though? That's the bigger thing.
No, he kills me, if anything.
Oh, damn. Self-sabotage, man. Oh, goodness gracious.
So anyway, we are back in a sense. Not that we were ever gone, but definitely had a little bit of a hiatus.
Very. Understandable, because holy shit. You know, being an adult fucking sucks.
It's fucking awful.
It's not what it's... I want to... Take me back.
Yeah, I don't know why I got a college degree, because it's not been helping me at all.
I mean, it got you the job you got right now.
Yeah, but then there's people there that, like, are, like, out of high school, or people there that just went through an apprenticeship program. Like, they did not need the degree that I have to get hired here, and I don't know, it doesn't seem, like, worth it.
Yeah, I get you. Well, I mean, you know, I think that you have a lot of potential for other stuff too, because I mean, you have a video game design degree, and you have a lot of knowledge of how the pipeline works. And although, you know, there's a lot of companies out there that are kind of sure, there'd be one that'd be more than willing to have as talented and as experienced an artist as you to jump in and help them personally.
So what you're saying is I should become a porn star.
Absolutely.
Thank you for believing in me, Kyle.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Get to do what you love. You know, and you know, it's weird that you say that. Do you remember the Wizards of Waverly Place? Of course you do, because I saw you watching it the other day, you weirdo.
I love that show. Fuck off. It's
okay,
amazing.
mister. I watch Zoe 101 on my free time. Listen, whatever. You do you.
That was the one I didn't like. I did not like Zoe 101. I loved iCarly. I love Victorious. I did not like Zoe 101.
All right, that's fair. Okay, I can't hate you on that. But apparently, do you remember Zeke's what's his name? Justin's best friend. His name was Zeke.
Yeah.
And he was like the nerdy kid. He's a porn star.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's a porn star and he's living his best life. And I'm just like, damn, that must be nice. And yeah, that's his whole thing. That's his spiel now. So I think that's pretty cool. And he seems very, very happy. So I'm like, damn, that's awesome. Love to see it, because Lord knows where the fuck Justin's at. I mean, we already know where Selena Gomez is. Apparently still dealing with Justin Bieber bullshit, which I'm just like, how is that still carrying over? Like, how the fuck are we still... Didn't they break up like a long time ago? I was going to say, they broke up a long time ago, and yet there's still fucking shit going on between her and Justin Bieber that is just wild to me.
I know she's got a couple shows she's doing now. Like, she has her own cooking show now. There's like a really new Murder She Wrote that she's on. I don't know.
I don't either. I don't follow him like that. I just heard, like, apparently she unfollowed Justin Bieber, and that had to be a whole Instagram thing.
I saw it as I do my daily scroll through Hulu while I try to pick something to watch.
Well, there's your problem. You're scrolling through fucking Hulu looking for something to watch, and that's like the worst fucking platform ever. So
I would not say it's the worst platform ever. I'd say Netflix is.
Really?
I hate Netflix.
Dude, I'd even chuck Peacock or Tubby, whatever the fuck it's called, under the bus before I
Peacock
chuck
has a lot
Netflix.
of TV shows that aren't streamed anywhere else, and that's why I like Peacock.
You mean Peacock has The Office, which is the only TV show on there that's to some people worth it.
First of all, Parks and Recreation is better than The Office, and that's on there too. So watch your mouth.
Okay, well, wasn't that on Netflix? That was on Netflix, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Unless
they
took it
both
down.
were, and I don't even know, but I know Parks and Rec is still on Hulu.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah. Plus,
And is this the Hulu with ads or the Hulu without ads?
Without ads, ain't a jump here.
Of course. Well, that's my big thing. Is like, how the fuck are you still gonna have people have payment plans and still give their ass ads? Like,
Dude, I
fuck
hate
off.
that shit.
It's so much bullshit.
It's spreading to games now too. Not the whole ads thing, but there's battle passes, and now there's like Battle Pass Premium on top of that. It's not exactly called Premium, but like for Call of Duty example, you have the Battle Pass, right? That you have to pay real money for already. Mm-hmm. And then there's these exclusive rewards that you can get if you get like the Black Market, I think it's called, like on top of that. I'm like, dude, I'm already paying for a fucking Battle Pass. Why the hell do I have to pay more to get like not even that much shit? And it's more expensive to pay for that bonus than the flat out price of the regular Battle Pass. Like, I don't know. It's stupid. Like, I hated the idea of Battle Passes to begin with, and now we're adding more to it. And
well, I think the biggest thing for me is that noticing the effect of like, okay, so Fortnite, obviously, I've never been a big advocate until we played it without the fucking building.
Yeah.
And I like the game. I'm entertained by it. I think it's fun. And I like that their battle pass model is like, okay, you pay $7. $7 is a decent price to pay for a battle pass that lasts a long time. And it can get you good skins, especially if they're good skins that you want. Like the Optimus Prime thing seemed pretty cool. Not really up my alley, but I'm not going to get it. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the good thing is like,
they had Doomslayer on there, and I'm like, yeah.
But the good thing is, like, you can earn credits, and you can get those characters for free. You can earn credits to buy more things, whereas in what I've noticed now is that I think it was with Call of Duty. I looked at it, too, because I was like, oh, the boys. There's a boys collaboration. The amount of coins it costs to get, like, just one character, which would have been fucking Starlight, which, no offense to Starlight, I was just like, I don't want to play as fucking Starlight. I'd rather play as Huey or some shit. I don't even give a fuck. But my biggest thing is just, like, even if I wanted Homelander, my big thing is like if I wanted Homelander, I think to buy his skin it would have cost me like $20-something, like $24 for one skin, which is fucking wild, dude. $24? That's the amount of like several game passes from Fortnite, bro.
Dude,
like what the fuck?
That's how it's been for like a lot of skins since the first Modern Warfare remake came out. Like it's ridiculous. Stupid. I'm like, dude, I'm not getting any like edge or anything with that, but I don't want to spend over $20 just
for a cosmetic
that nobody's gonna give a shit about.
Plus, and then for me to get my ass kicked.
You're in first person.
Yeah,
well, you don't even get to look at your skin. Who cares?
Right. See, Fortnite made more sense for that. I'll give them that. And then another thing I noticed, because when we were playing it, Diablo 4, the fucking costume packs for that are $28 fucking
not worth
bro.
It whatsoever.
28.
Oh my god, it's so dumb.
And that is not exaggeration. $28 fucking dollars. Fucking no, absolutely not. And it does nothing. It literally does nothing.
Yeah, like
it's, just
it's different if it gives you like boosted gear or anything, but then you got that's like pay to win territory, and you don't want that.
Oh, of course. Which, I mean, for a non-PvP game, which I'm sure there is PvP, that's fine. But also,
but it's
past
not
a certain
the focus
point
whatsoever.
Oh, absolutely. And past a certain point, that armor's going to be useless. It doesn't matter when you fucking buy it. It's going to be useless eventually because you're going to get something better. So at the end of the day, you're just paying $28 to transmog something to look like that. And that's like pointless. Super, super pointless to me.
But to each their own. People want to spend money on that shit, I mean,
you got to spend something.
I think less of you, but you do what you want with your own money.
Right, exactly. Your bank account, but I will be judging you when I see it.
I mean, I'm sure there's shit that I buy that people find stupid. Like, I buy so much nerdy shit, it's not even funny. I have statues that are just there to look at. I mean...
Dude, I bought the fucking Skyrim Collector's Edition, and it's sitting in a box back there just kind of collecting dust because I refuse to open it anymore because it's already kind of in rough condition from when I got it. But, like,
I
love Skyrim.
I
so.
buy model kits, I put them together, and then they just sit there and gather dust. But I'm like, you know what? They look nice, so fuck it.
Every
Who
now and
cares?
again, I'll give them a little kissy. But other than that, no, I will not touch them. Yeah, I get it. But
Anyway, yeah, we are off, super off.
Hey,
track.
you know
Anyway,
what? That's the best part about podcasting, bro. We can go off the
we
fucking
do
charts and it
whatever we
don't
want.
matter.
This is our podcast.
This is our
do it as we
channel.
see fit. And fuck all you haters that buy overpriced skins.
Yeah, you guys are weenies. No, I'm just... But yeah, so obviously we've been pretty busy. I'm sure many of you noticed across the channel we've been updating a few things. The profile picture, the logo, the banner, just kind of trying to put a fresh coat of paint on the channel and make it look more better. Because when Alex and I initially started the channel back in like 2018, the channel name was not Retrograde, it was Ott Gaming. I still fucking cringe, I still fucking hate it. I'm sure we made that joke before. I can't even remember like the actual punchline of the joke. I think it was just like, hey, you know, Link from like the Zelda, bro, he does that, and it's so fucking funny, dude. That needs to be our channel name. And somehow or another that fucking stuck, and I hate that it did. But yeah, we updated. I updated the profile picture because I think the profile picture and the banner were really meant for that channel name. I mean, you could tell from like the profile picture where we're literally tilting our heads back, screaming into the void. So I felt like that update was a little necessary to kind of update and make it more cohesive. So we had a actual, center channel. But I really love the idea of the chest, like the banner with the chest so much, because when you look at it on like a computer and you scroll down, it's like that's what's inside the chest of the videos. I mean, it's super stupid reasoning, but like first time I saw
it's
it,
cohesive, and honestly, like I couldn't imagine our banner any other way at this point.
Right. I mean, I loved it. Like I loved how you scroll down and it's like you're opening the treasure chest when you scroll back up. Like I thought that was always so cool, and it was unintentional. Like I didn't even mean for that to happen. It just did, and it looked cool to me. So
I mean, I feel like we definitely put a lot more care into it than some bigger YouTube names out there. Like hell, there's a lot of guys and girls that just put a color as their banner, or they put their face on it but they like stretched it weird, or they just put their face and added a color background to it. Like I don't know, it adds like a very special character to our channel, and I feel like our channel is very focused on like special character. Like we have so much unique artwork thanks to our boy Kyle here.
Hey.
For each different game that we play, each different series we do, and I love the artwork. If we get a big enough following, I'd love like to start we could have like a voting pool to see like, hey, I want this artwork on a t-shirt, and then we can start selling merch with that artwork on it, because it's really good looking.
Yeah. No, I mean, and that's my thing. Like with the new banner, I think looking at the original, I'm like, good Lord, man, I have upgraded a little bit, because
and I stayed the same.
When I initially started, dude, I don't know, I just didn't really have my head wrapped around the digital art forefront of everything. I just felt kind of new to it. And so, I mean, obviously our channel has been around, and October it'll be around for 5 years. We've been almost on the internet for 5 fucking years. So over the course of that time, I did the counting today for the update video that I'm going to do alongside this. And I did about 52 at the minimum separate thumbnails. 52.
That's
God damn. Holy shit. I didn't even realize. Like, I just, to me, I would.
That's the kind of love and care that I'm talking about, though, because, like, they're not just some basic thumbnails either. They're really nice pieces of art that I thoroughly enjoy just seeing. Like, just scrolling through the channel, it just looks nice to, I don't know, just scroll through. Like, aesthetically.
Yeah, it's pleasing. Yeah. I feel that. I was thinking that same thing the other day. I was looking through it, and I'm like, man, at least it's got color. It pops sometimes with certain ones, and I'm like, I'm still upset that Lasagna Boy is still as popular as it is. I hate that goddamn Let's Play so much.
Hey,
I hate it.
we can't pick what people will like. We just got to keep making the stuff and see whatever picks up, you know?
I know. It's just, damn it. Lasagna boy, bro. Like, my weak ass at it.
We had a lot of banger jokes in it, though, so.
I don't remember, honestly. It's been so long since we've recorded that. That was like in our first year that it does not register to me at all. Like, I don't remember how that game ends. I think we launch a missile. I remember there being a missile. I don't remember what happens with the missile. I just know there's a missile. So, yeah, I don't know why that's embedded in my mind, but yeah, that is one of my least favorite, and that picked up so hot because we dropped it into itch.io. I think that's why. We dropped it in the comments, and so people checked it out. It was a fairly new game. We even got no, it was the Sonic game. You remember we tried playing that Sonic, that first-person one?
Sonic.exe.
I think so. Yeah, and we had a hard time. We ragged on the game, bro. We were like, dude, this is bullshit. Like, we can't even play this.
The creator came out. Hey,
yes.
Hey, dipshits. So if you actually like read the instructions, no. First of all, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If I have to open up a separate file to read the instructions on how to play your poorly fucking programmed game, it's not gonna make it. Okay?
Yeah.
It has to be playable. And an introduction to a game, there has to be like some sort of tutorial for you to learn the controls, whether it be a completely separate game mode that is just a tutorial, or it being implemented into the actual fucking story of the game. Not the creator has to reach out to you and be like, hey man, so if you actually hit this combination of these 6 keys and right click and left click at the same time on your mouse, you'll do this thing. No, fuck that. You need to implement it, and don't get mad at us when we're mad at your game because we don't understand how to play it. Like, we went through everything. We hit so many buttons, and this guy's just like, yeah, if you just did this. No, fuck that. Fuck that. And I'm not going to sit here and diss this guy, but I will diss your game. It could have improved. It could have improved. I don't know. I haven't played it in a long time since we tried to play it.
Yeah.
We didn't even play it when we played it. So
exactly. And it was like the movement. It was like interacting with objects.
Dude,
it wasn't
working. Just simple shit. Yeah, you were supposed to you gotta keybind your keys before that. Motherfucker, do that before
bind the keys for us,
game.
right?
Yeah.
And then
have a default setting to it, and then have us change it later if we want to change it.
Yeah.
But that really upset me. But it was still really cool that a creator of a game came out and talked to us.
Yeah.
Granted, he was angry, but I was.
I don't remember if he was like angry or if like he was just agitated. Cause like
that was the tone I felt through his message.
That's fair. I can't argue that logic. It just seemed like he was. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while. Once again, I haven't seen it, so who knows? He might have been like, "Fucking, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?" But yeah, no. I wish it would have worked out differently, but yeah, it is what it is. We had a bunch of different games we played during that time, so the other ones kind of took up the spotlight a little bit more. Especially that one like Game Maker game. That one was like a lot of fun.
Game Maker is a slept-on program, and I will always stand by that.
Sorry, it was RPG Maker, not Game Maker. But yes, Game Maker is a very underdeveloped. Jesus Christ!
Wow,
I take it back. Don't kill me. Don't roast me.
Game Maker's great. It's super underdeveloped. What the fuck?
Underappreciated. There we go. I think that's the word I was looking for. Underappreciated program. Jesus Christ. But yeah, no, we're trying to get everything updated. We just updated the podcast visuals, which you'll see when you're watching this, if you're watching it on YouTube. And we updated the logo, stuff like that. I'm currently working on an end screen for our videos. As many of you know, it's that like the inside of a treasure chest. I had a good friend of mine that I'm actually working on this game with, who does 3D models, and he went ahead and made me a chest. So he's the texture of that. His name is Voicehead, and I'm doing he did the modeling for it. I'm just doing the textures. So that'll be the new end screen. I'm pretty happy with how it's looking so far. I just got to get everything, all the UVs correct because some of them are a little wonky. But after that, the only thing I would like to update is the opening. But for the things I have planned for it, there needs to be like a live action segment like we did with the one that we currently have, which would involve us all being together again and there's a lot of other hurdles that we have to jump through in order to get it done. But that is a later on down the line thing. I'm not worried too much about the opening right now. So yeah, but those are all the updates for the visual shit on our channel, and with the new logo, I'm pretty happy with it. I felt like it was polished and clean, and we're not getting rid of the old Retrograde logo or anything. I still like the original. I like the original Retrograde logo. I'd like to keep that maybe for merch later on down the line. So
I think we should put it on a hat.
A hat? Hell, a hat might be easier and cheaper than a fucking shirt and a jacket.
I think it's the same price. I think it's the same. Well, not the jacket, but my cousin, he's a performer. He has his own band name and all that. Keeps fucking changing it. Every time I buy merch, he changes his fucking band name again. I'm like, Brad, I'm gonna slap you. But anyway. Yeah, no, he told me that every hat he sold, it cost him about $4.
$4?
Yeah, like he didn't get $4. Like he was losing it for each hat that was sold because it just cost that much to make those hats.
What the fuck is he? Is it printed on or is it embroidered? Like, what the fuck is he doing with it?
He had some printed on ones and he had some embroidered ones, and it's just how snapbacks are fucking sold, man. They're expensive to be, I don't know, custom made. It's kind of
shit
nutty.
I never would have guessed, honestly. I mean, I've seen them in the mall, those mall setups where they're like, "Yeah, what do you want on this hat? Here, pick from this like book of bullshit designs," and then they stick it under an embroidery machine, and then they like pick their nose.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, I got you, man. Okay, here. Yeah, you just come back in like 30 minutes or something, and it'll be done. Yeah, man, take it easy, dude. Yeah, that shit.
I'm just gonna go over here and hit my vape while that prints out. Anyway,
don't worry about me. I'm just gonna hit this real quick. Hey, you got a smoke though? No. What? Yeah, no, it's cool. I stopped. I just
you guys want to buy some weed? What? No, I mean, never mind.
Yeah, but like, have you ever been to those stands, bro? I mean, I got a jacket there once, and I got it. It was
Nah,
dude, like the
every
Obey.
time I saw their designs, it was like the most, I don't know, mainstream cringeworthy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I live to be like Goku. Like, okay.
Yeah, dude, I've seen that where it's like fucking where they like. I've seen the new ones now where they just put like Goku on everything, and it's just like
It's
ridiculous
always Goku,
designs.
dude. Always Goku. I'm like, I love Goku. All right, he's disrespectful as shit. Like, he does them dirty. He trains hard and he whoops ass. But man, they don't have to be on every fucking weird shirt design or joke that you have to make.
But you know what's funny about that is that those anime sweatshirts are the equivalent of those like SpongeBob and Bugs Bunny and gangster clothing in like early 2000s. If you remember that shit, because
yeah, I remember it.
Because I remember us being in a store and I'm like,
I remember is Insane Clown Posse. I remember that shit everywhere.
I don't know much about that. I don't think I've ever seen a wild posse member. What do they call? What do you call them?
An insane clown?
ISP people.
I don't know. I don't fucking know. I mean, they're. I would see
ISP, ICP, right?
Merch. I would see people wearing their jackets and shit all the time. Yet I've never heard anybody listen to their actual music. I don't know.
What does ISP mean anyway? Oh, Internet Provider Service. Okay, I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? Jesus.
What does IPS stand for?
Really working with Verizon has really twisted my mind here. But yeah, no, I mean, obviously we are upgrading a lot of shit, and I'm pretty excited to see where we can go from it. But obviously a lot of people are probably wondering where the fuck we've been for the last 9 months and possibly more. So I figure I'd let Alex have the floor and talk a little bit about it before I dive into my spiel, because I think mine is possibly a little longer, just given all the shit that's happened. Like, there's a lot of shit that's happened in like the last 9 months. So I'll let you take it away, Alex.
What, you think you're better than me? Huh? You got more going on? Huh?
I mean, I think that a lot of shit has transpired, and
a lot of shit has transpired in my life too. Okay.
Yeah. You're working?
So
me too, unfortunately.
I've been taking a lot of time away from everything. From recording, from streaming, from just even talking and playing games with friends, because I don't know. Sometimes you need like a mental health break, and mine just happened to need to be a little longer. I've been working on myself in a lot of different ways in that matter. I've been trying to take care of myself physically, financially, and mentally. It's been a lot of work and a long road, but I'm finally hitting a point that I'm happier, which is good. It's been a while since I've felt this good, and I think the break really, really helped, because work is stressful enough and bills are stressful enough. I mean, we're all paying bills. Well, not all of us, but, you know, when you're old like Kyle and I here, ugh. Yeah, I hit the point today that every man reaches at some point. I got called sir. I didn't like that. Kyle heard my spiel on it earlier, but you know what? I'm gonna fucking say it again. I held a door open for some kid at work to go through into a parking garage, like the parking garage at our job, and the dude just looked at me and he said, "Thank you, sir," and just kept walking. I'm like, don't fucking... I should slam the door in your face. Do not call me sir. I'm not sir. Fuck you, I'm not sir. Fucking sir. Damn it. I'm more upset about it than it sounds, but holy shit. Sir? Fuck sir.
It's okay,
I'm not
man.
a sir.
We're almost 30, dude. I mean, it's bound to happen.
I don't want to
you know?
fucking hear it. Oh god, I'm almost 30. What have I done with my life? Anyway.
You're doing an awesome YouTube channel with your buddy. That's what you...
We got the YouTube channel.
Don't worry, guys. We'll be making those YouTube bucks. Mr. Beast better watch out.
You better watch out.
Coming for that ass. I'm gonna become a big famous YouTuber with my best friend Alex, and we're gonna fucking reverse everything that Mr. Beast has done.
We're gonna buy our very own streaming house, because Kyle loves those.
Of course. And we're gonna make it as dystopian as possible. Like, everybody's in a cage when they record, and then we're gonna have it to where we're gonna go out of our way to reverse everything Mr. Beast has done. So that, you know how he's cleaning up the ocean? We're gonna follow right behind him with a bigger boat that's putting all the plastic that he just scooped up back into the ocean. I don't know how we're gonna get it, but, you know,
While
a
we're
couple $1 million,
drinking,
we'll figure it out.
All the water bottles we'll be drinking from are those mini ones. That way we can throw them away into the ocean quicker.
Exactly. We're gonna actually like hunt down turtles so we can stick shit on them and then throw them back into the ocean and see if they live. And we'll call it like Turtle Combat or some shit. I don't know. We'll get a name down. We'll figure something out. But yeah, no, I fucking don't know. I do not know. I'm completely bullshitting. I'll let you have the floor again. Go for whatever yours.
Yeah, and in other news, I got into a pretty serious car accident. Serious in the manner of my vehicle was destroyed. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, but I had to deal with that. But I'm finally on the road again, but that's just another expense to add to the stress, to the finances, everything. It's just so much fun. But I've been working on getting my life put back together, which I feel like I've done pretty successfully. I've been putting my game station in the way that I wanted. I've been catching up on a lot of comic book reading and a lot of anime watching. And I don't know, I just think I'm better off for it. Kyle and I have never actually lost touch whatsoever during this break. There'd be times where I wouldn't speak to him for like a week and maybe 2 weeks at most, because, you know, he's the big bumpin'. I gotta talk to the big bumpin'.
And then we have other times of weeks where we'll all be sitting and playing, like the one week where we played Gotham Knights and the entirety of a weekend, and that was a fucking experience.
We planned that. We're like, the whole weekend dedicated to this shit. We're not stopping or playing anything else until we beat this fucking game. And we beat it, and we're like, well
that was okay.
We did it. It was a struggle. And
that was not worth the hype, but it was a game.
We did it.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I'm glad we didn't record that one. It had just been a montage of you cussing at Robin.
Yeah, I would go in depth on that, but I'd be here all night, so I'm not gonna rag on the game. But good lord, if they made the combat any slower, I might as well have been I might as well have aged. Like I might as well have just
We did age.
fucking signed a will. Yeah, no, I feel like, but weirdly enough, we played it only for the span of a weekend, but it felt like I played it for hundreds of hours, and it's probably only like 35 hours I put into that game. But the combat was so slow, it made you feel like you're playing the game way longer. Ugh, God, I hated that. But who knows? Maybe they improved it. I don't know. I haven't checked for any updates. I know they added that 4-player mode, and we never got back into it after that.
Yes, they added foreplay.
Yeah, nice. I still love that one Batman scene. Spoilers for anybody that gives a shit. Actually, I don't even think it's spoilers. But Bruce Wayne had apparently pre-recorded shit, like him doing crazy shit as a bachelor, to have put on the news. So there was one time where he was in the Iceberg Lounge and he was twerking. Fucking Bruce Wayne twerking in the Iceberg Lounge.
Fantastic.
It was an amazing piece, and I loved that. Best part of the game, honestly.
Yeah, and it wasn't like, She-Hulk twerking, and the thing that cringed the internet. No,
I'm just saying she should have like crushed the building if she was twerking, dude. I feel like things would have been a lot more disastrous if she did that. Like the effects of the ass cheeks clapping would have been like sonic booming the whole fucking building down, and because
what is that? Oh God!
Hey, what you hear that? Like,
holy shit! We gotta get the fuck out of here!
Fucking, she just kills Cardi B on impact. Like the sonic boom knocks her out of the fucking window and shit. I would have actually, if that would have happened, I would have been like, yes, I would have absolutely watched the show. I just didn't watch the show because I don't watch anything Marvel, as you know. But I would have only watched it for Charlie Cox.
On MCU, unless it's Spider-Man or Deadpool related, I'm just not really going out of my way to watch it now because
Tom Holland's taking a break from acting. So
I know.
Yeah.
Don't remind me. Best fucking Spider-Man of my lifetime, and he has to take a break. Bastard. Okay. Who takes mental breaks? Am I right?
Apparently, guys that do method acting for serial killer roles do take breaks, or they just die. Like fucking Heath Ledger.
I just went on a long ass spiel of how I was taking a mental health break. I mean, that was the joke, but
sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
See, I was taking it in a serious tone, and I did not know that you were. Okay, sorry. That's my bad.
I don't think you were sorry. No, okay, I would
no.
feel that you were sorry, but it feels like a half-assed apology.
Yes, because it wasn't really directed at you. It was more directed at the other guys who were, doing the movies and shit like that. Yeah. Apparently, just like that, Jack Nicholson told what's his name, the guy that played Heath Ledger. He told Heath Ledger not to method act the role, and he did it anyway. And then, he had nightmares and shit, and it's just like, goddamn.
Yeah.
Gotta imagine like what kind of place you have to put yourself in to be in those kind of roles, and I'm like, that sounds like a little bit too much. It's a lot. At least they're not like Jared Leto though. Like, hey, let me be an asshole and put like dead birds in your fucking trailer and shit.
Yeah,
like,
there's method acting, and then there's
Jared Leto.
Then there's Jared Leto. Like, I feel like he was doing that more for the the story of it.
Oh, absolutely. He
wasn't method acting. You're just kind of being a douche.
No.
Hello, Frankie. Welcome back. I don't know if the audio caught that, but
I didn't hear anything, but that's through Discord. It probably caught it on your mic, so
it's possible. Yeah. Anyway, Kyle, tell them what you've been up to.
Well, shit, man. I've been up to fucking jack shit. That was the podcast. Have a good night. No, well, obviously, as many of you know, we did a lot of shit in 2021. 2021 was a pretty big fucking year. And similar to the other mental health issues that have already been plaguing me since 2020, 2021 was a pretty big year because it felt like I was on top of the world having 2 animations released, and I was very happy with both of them. Not so much with the Zelda video now, even though it's like our, big video. I look back on it and I'm like, oh man, there's so many things that were just to me, and I would love to go back and redo it, but there's no way it would ever get as many views, so I'm just gonna leave it be. But yeah, right after that, I had gotten a job, and I don't know how much I really explained to you about the job, Alex. I told you about the job I got, where I was working on a fighting game, and
Yeah.
I wound up quitting it, and I felt like shit. Well, for a long time, I really beat myself up over that because
Well, the director was being like the absolute worst when it came to assistance.
yes, actually, I wound up going back today and looking back through the messages, and I hadn't looked at them because they really upset me the first time around. But I wanted to look at it again and be like, maybe I was overreacting. You know what I mean? Like maybe I was looking at it wrong, or something like that. And upon further inspection, I feel like I wasn't too wrong. So to generate this, essentially,
There's nothing wrong with your artwork, as we discussed earlier.
yeah, I mean, it's just I knew that there were points where I needed to work on. And I think the thing for me that sucked the most is that the guy almost kind of gave up on me before I had a chance to really showcase. So he put this job up, and I won't name any names, and I won't say the game just so it, whatever happens. I mean, not like I think we have a big enough following for people to be like, all right, let's go bully him, that kind of thing. But so this job opportunity went up on Twitter. I said yes, and I jumped in, and I had to do an art test. The guy liked my artwork. He liked my portfolio. He's like, yeah, do an art test. I did the art test. He liked my art, said he would love to have me for a position. And the art test that I did, he wound up giving me that character to work on. So I went ahead, and I was still having a full-time job because this was just a commission-based thing. So I didn't want to lose the only job I had just to work on this. Even if it paid more, that would have only been for one character. And so I kept my job at Target, and I decided to work on this. So I I started working on this, and I sent him in the final thing. So I will read the messages verbatim just so that I'm not miscommunicating anything or making it sound like a certain way. He said, thanks for the update. I'm reviewing the file now. Don't worry about the decorative details, but I must say his body proportion is too inconsistent looking at each frame. You don't need to worry about the character's facial expression either, so small details can be worked on during cleanup, but it's very important that the animation, silhouettes, and lines look good and are consistent. That I understood. I'm like, okay, gotcha. I'll revise and I'll get back to you. So I went in, I jumped in, and I tried to do it. He said, thanks. I fixed what I thought needed fixing, and I sent it back. I said, all right, I went ahead and fixed the hand, leg, and head size through several frames in order to maintain some bit of semblance. However, I also tried to get it to be as close to the keyframes that you sent me. Let me know what you think. He's like, sorry, but your updated file didn't really make it better. ... I'm like, okay, so what proportions are off exactly? He's like, I marked everything and uploaded it on our folder. Also, please do not reuse the startup frames for recovery. I'm a bit concerned, to be honest. So me, with all my animations, especially if it's a looping animation, and this is what most pixel artists will do, they reuse frames in between to help ease it back into something if it's going to loop in on itself. That's what I've always done. So for that, I was like, oh, okay, well, shit, I guess I won't do it. So I sent him a message. I said, all right, so just so I'm clear, the red is marking the actual proportions and not the ones currently presented. If so, was the file I submitted prior to the revision not within or exactly as the red is marked, or was it the one I used during the test? They were both named the same thing, so I might have dropped the one in. I can change the final frames to be something different unless you think this is a waste of time. I'd like to hear your concerns, though. He said, red is supposed to be how a consistent body proportion silhouette should be drawn. Both of your files did not really have proportion right, especially his knee height and the thickness of his legs. There are other problems like circles on the boots and his upper body changing sizes randomly. So my concern is that it feels like you might not be able to make adjustments to make every frame look more consistent without me drawing guides. And that fucked me. That one comment fucked me for the entire rest of the year, because I went from feeling like I was a damn good pixel artist who was working his way through a lot of shit to just feeling like I was a fucking imposter because of that. I told him I understand. I wasn't aware how strict the proportions were supposed to be, and I'd be lying if I felt confident I'd be able to deliver the quality you're looking for, especially with the time constraint, because he wanted 30 animations in 30 days, by the way. I said I can stay on and try if you'd let me, as I'd hate to miss out on such a huge opportunity. However, I'd understand if there are more suitable candidates out there you'd like to hire on instead. He's like, I mean, it's a fighting game, so proportions are very important. If you do not think you'll be able to meet the deadline, I'll have to move on to the next candidate. Please let me know by tomorrow. So that whole night I was fucking stressing out because I'm like, not feeling good enough for this job, feeling like shit, and then, there's just that. And so I was like, I gave it some thought, and I think it'd be best if you found another candidate, as I don't believe I'm the candidate you were looking for. Saying this, I reviewed the animation, and while I agree the critiquing the work to have it be the way you want it to be, I believe that I used the proportions shown in both the concept and the pixel art given, because he only gave me one piece of concept art, and it was just for like a front-on shot and like his head. So I said, although changes might be in order, i.e. boots and other things, circling the mistakes and putting a question mark or nothing at all seemed a bit vague, if not insulting. As an artist, I only try to envision what the client has in mind for a project, and yet I'm expected to know exactly what you want. Communication wasn't the clearest, and that raises concern from you. I was never told that exaggerating limbs or actions was a no-go, considering I used the same inspiration for the project to also assist me with animating, like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, other 2D fighting games like that. Said, I'm just a bit confused on where artistic expression / creative freedom blurs with your needs. I hope this doesn't come off as rude or unprofessional. I just feel that I did what I could with what I had. Beyond all of this, I feel that the time constraint is a bit much for my full-time work schedule, which of course isn't your fault. It just adds to the point that I'm not the best candidate for you. I wish you well with your game, and I'm sorry that I wasn't what you were looking for. And I passed on the opportunity. So for the rest of 2021 after that, I felt like shit. I couldn't do any videos. I couldn't even pick up a fucking pencil, and I felt like, man, I failed at my dream job, so I'm never going to make it anywhere. So that kind of fucking sucked. And so September started, and I'm like trying to get back into some kind of swing of things, and I took a little bit of a break. And it was kind of nice because we went to the cabin, and I kind of got reset when we were there. And then I wound up jumping in and making the Halloween opening, which I was pretty happy with, and kind of just tried to showcase to myself, like, you can still do it. You're not beyond, getting better at pixel art or anything. And I think that was just something I needed to do. So for the rest of the year, I kind of just did what I could. And then I started working on the next animation, which was Shower Thoughts. But I started feeling like the channel was a time sink for a lot of stuff. Because, obviously I know, we're not making millions of bucks, but I started getting into the mindset, like, even if we started making money, I see so many YouTubers who use Patreon and use all these other things because YouTube doesn't really pay well. So I don't know. I started thinking like, damn, Alex has got a nice paying job, and I know. But I mean, looking at it, I was like, he's got, other than the fact that a lot of your money's getting taken by loans because you went to school, and that that takes a lot of money away from you. I felt like, man, you still got a pretty decent job, and then there was also the potential to kind of move up and get some kind of things. I'm like, a lot of people I knew, like even Katie, got a job working in like Leica and stuff like that. It just felt like a lot of people that I knew had already kind of moved on, and they got jobs in their industry and field. And like yours wasn't even necessarily in video games, but it was centered around the military. And I think that alone was something that you were excited about. And I was like happy to see that you were finally excited about that kind of thing. You know what I mean? So I was like, damn, it just felt like everybody was kind of moving on. Kylie was getting ready to graduate, and I'm still here playing with a YouTube channel that felt like it wasn't really going anywhere. So 2022, I really wanted to focus on myself as an artist. And unfortunately for me, that didn't really work out as well as I like. I mean, I did make affiliate on Twitch, which was nice. I did open up commissions and got a few commissions. I even did the Etsy shop and reorganized it and did some extra stuff for it. But
I'm still not affiliate.
Hey, we're gonna get you there, honestly. And I know you said you were gonna delete it, but I was like hoping that you wouldn't, and I'm glad that you didn't. I don't think you should. I think you should keep it. I'm not making crazy money
opinions
anyway.
To yourself.
No,
I'm keeping it.
Yeah, well, good. I was like, no.
Real quick,
when you told me that, I was like, there's no fucking way.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you an ego boost here.
Oh, okay.
So every time I actually introduce our channel to friends at work or people who ask about it at work, because not everybody I work with is friends. Sorry, your acquaintances. Get over it. Deal with it. Anyway, not everybody clicks. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I get it.
But every time they're like, "Wow, who does your art?" I'm like, "Oh, that's just Kyle. That's all Kyle. I'm just the dumbass on the left of them." I edit. And Kyle does so much of the art. Like, his shit is gorgeous. And they always ask about the artwork. I'm like, yeah, that's all Kyle. Don't even look at me. Listen, my artwork is 3D, and fuck if we're gonna have a bunch of gray mesh shit, like,
here's the thing. That is actually a lie. Alex is actually a decent artist. I've seen his illustration stuff. You just don't do a lot of stuff anymore like you did when you started college. I don't have a muse. That's okay. I mean, that's fine. No problem with it, but you're still a good artist. I mean, the problem is, like, you go to art school, you have to learn illustration. Like, you have to learn, they put you through drawing 1 and drawing 2. Those are like basic courses for any degree. So even before Alex had to do that, he was already drawing shit from like Prey and stuff like that. Or not Prey, fucking
Prototype.
Prototype, yeah.
Yeah, I never drew anything from Prey. I hated Prey. I thought that game was boring as hell.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I wasn't a big fan of it either, but
I
appreciate the ego boost, and thank you to all those people that said that. That does make me feel pretty good. It took a while for me to kind of heal from that comment that guy made, like a while. Like,
well, that guy, I don't know. It sounded like he was working on a passion project of his, and If there's one of the biggest lessons I learned from college, because my senior project was ruined because of this lead that was obsessed with this passion project of his that he had everybody working on, is just don't work on other people's passion projects. Yeah. It's an awful experience, because nothing will ever be their vision, and they will fight tooth and nail for it, and doesn't matter how much it holds it back, doesn't matter how much money it costs, how much time is spent on it previously, they don't give a fuck. They're like, it needs to be my vision or else it's just not worth it.
Yeah. And, like, to a certain extent, I understand. I just felt like back then I really guilted myself because I felt like I had quit too soon. I felt like, you know.
You definitely didn't. You dodged a bullet.
I heard that a lot, too, because some people were talking about, like, you said 30 animations in 30 days. That's what we call crunch. Nobody wants to do that. And I even expressed my fear to him when I started. I told him, like, 30 animations, that's a quick turnaround. I don't know about that. And he was like, oh, you'll be fine. Don't worry. And then he said that comment about how he was worried that I wouldn't be able to meet the deadline without him drawing guides. And like I said, that was the thing that kind of fucked me over. And like I said, it took me a while to kind of heal from that. I remember, like, directly after quitting that job, I spent all night playing fucking Katana Zero. Weirdly enough, that game was very therapeutic, so anytime I'm ever just feeling down, I go and listen to the OST for that fucking game. But for some reason, that just kind of helped me through a lot of shit, and I don't know why, but it was, yeah. So soon after, obviously 2022, during the summer, I was working at Target, and it was almost 3 years, and I hated it, and a lot of people I knew were leaving. Management was getting switched around to management I wasn't too big a fan of, and Kylie's parents offered me a job at their company. Now, originally I was very like, I don't want to do this, but then they told me how much, like, I'd be making, and, you know, gave me reassurances about insurance and a whole bunch of other stuff, and I just said, fuck it, and I wound up moving down. But the thing is, Kylie had also gotten a job right around then for an internship, so she wound up staying in Savannah. I wound up moving in with her parents, and it was an awkward 7 months that I stayed there. Right when I moved, I had also gotten hired on to work on a pixel art project, which I'm still currently working on, and it's with an amazing team. They're super talented, and honestly, they're super patient, because, like, I haven't been able to meet, like, crazy deadlines for the entire time that we've been doing it, but the guy that's doing it also has, like, a full-time job, and he knows that everybody in the whole room has, like, a full-time job, so we're all just kind of making it.
How is their criticism? How's their critique?
Honestly, it's fair. You know, like, if I've ever drawn anything, some people will be like, oh, well, this kind of looks a little wonky. Is there a reason for that? And I'll be like, oh, this, and that. Or if something looks jumpy, I'll be like, well, it looks jumpy a little bit, probably because you have to limit the frames and stuff like that. But other than, like, some color things, no, I haven't. They see my work and they like it. And I've always tried to produce the more. Like, I go above and beyond.
Would you say it's been constructive, if they have anything to say at all?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's helped out with some, like, actual animations, like the Overworld animation. I had one where they were like, yeah, it looks like her boobs are smacking her in the face. And so I went and I revised it. I know, it's a very weird thing. I didn't mean to make them all floppy like that, but hey,
reminds me of Muscle Man, but yeah.
Right, exactly. I would yell, but I don't want to scare my neighbors.
It sounds like the difference between working for a good team and a project lead that doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. And
I agree.
You know what? I'm not trying to be mean about it. It's just, you know, first of all, you made my boy feel like shit, so fuck you. So, and secondly, your criticism wasn't constructive. It was unhelpful, and you need to be able to tell people what you want, or at least help guide them to what you want, right. Especially for a fucking passion project. Yeah. And if you can't even do that, like, how about supplying some more concept for them to learn? But this is the difference between, like, a good team and a shit leader.
Yeah, I just felt like he was very condescending in a lot of ways too, because that whole, like, it's a fighting game.
Do you feel
proportions
more
motivated
are important for this job now?
Huh?
Do you feel more motivated for this job now?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and I think another thing too.
It's like a better work environment. I don't know, increases productivity. It makes you a better artist. It helps you improve, and you get stuff done that they want done.
Yeah. Plus, seeing my work in real time, like being able to see my animations in game, is a surreal feeling. Like, I'm sure you know how that feels because of your like final project and seeing.
I hated our final project. It's not a good example.
Well, I mean, still, but seeing your stuff in it, I mean, that's cool. And even from the concept art pieces that I saw from it, I was just like, you made that. That's fucking awesome. You know, like, to me, that's really cool. And actually interacting with sprites that I make it's surreal. Like, I can't explain the feeling, but I love it. And I'd love to see where the game can go later on down the line. But yeah, no, I mean, it's, I feel like in some ways I dodged a bullet. And I think I'm finally gotten over the fact of feeling guilty for quitting it. I just feel like there's other opportunities. I did feel cursed for a while. I felt like after I lost that job, I couldn't find another one. Like, I tried applying to different companies, and all of them either left me on red or unread, because that's pretty common in the game industry. Or they just said, your art isn't what we're looking for. I got crossed out of games. I won't mention any companies once again, but there's one game where I like a certain style that was really generally just found in this game, and they didn't hire me because my art didn't look anything like it. Fuck it, I'm going to say the name of the game. It's Atomicrops. I applied to work on Atomicrops, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry that all my art isn't fucking neon shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry that my art isn't fucking yellow and pink and makes your eyeballs bleed. I'm sorry. That's not in my portfolio. Like, but I'm an artist, and part of what I do is matching art styles, and I felt like I could have been a good asset to the team. Now, I say this, but I look at the person that they did hire, and I think that they did a phenomenal job. So I can't be too upset that they went and chose somebody whose art really reflected in that. But it is unfortunate that they just kind of decide that you're not worth the time because what you have in your portfolio isn't a one-to-one match. And I don't really appreciate that. I don't like that when it comes to hiring. But yeah, ultimately, I worked with Kylie's parents for a little bit. There was some weird shit. I had to work 11-hour days, 4 days a week, which doesn't sound bad until you realize, hey, I'm also working on a video game. And so that took up all 3 days of my days off, which is fine because, once again, it was fun to work on the project. But I was just always exhausted. I'd have to wake up 2 hours before I had to go in. 40 minutes there, 40 minutes back, so it was an hour and 20 each day drive on my 2010 Nissan Altima, which had over 5K worth of repairs over the course of those 7 months. I even broke down in the middle of Florida once during a weekend that I was going up to visit Kylie on the highway. Had to deal with a whole gas station incident, and it was just a fucking horrible, horrible weekend. There's just so many other things that happened that were like personal things. I felt very just uncomfortable. I didn't like Florida. I felt isolated. I felt there's just like, I think
probably
if I had
warm.
To compare it,
you probably also felt like really hot.
Yes, sticky, sweaty balls. It was not fun. Honestly, it was like, if I had to compare it to the like 2021, I'd say it was worse. Like, I had a worse time living in Florida. Like, I've never felt so alone and so out of touch with everything. Like, it was an awful feeling. I hated it. So I kind of came up with the decision that I wanted to go back. And so in March, we came back, and I still had the channel in mind. Obviously, we did some videos in October, but we didn't even finish that. We didn't have a 4-year comp. We didn't have a Halloween special because my mind was so occupied with all the other bullshit that I couldn't even think about what I would have wanted to do for a Halloween special, let alone a fucking 4-year comp. Especially considering we didn't have a lot of videos to do. So, yeah, honestly, between now and then, it's just been me kind of getting back into the swing of things, recovering, and trying to find a job that's stable enough for me to survive, while also deciding on the fate of the channel. Because I'll be honest with a lot of people here and now, I wanted to give up on the channel and just say, fuck it. But Kylie
I've had that moment too, and
yeah.
Dude, there's a lot of big YouTubers that they've all had that moment. They've all had that experience, and a lot of them still have that experience. And yeah, I completely get it, because you get swamped with everything, and then you're just so overwhelmed. And I don't know. I feel like we as a team pull each other up. You know?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I feel like,
dude, I've wanted to give up so many times, but you motivate me to keep going. I'm like, you know what? Kyle's fucking man. I gotta keep going. I gotta do this.
Well, I appreciate it. Same to you, bud. Same to you. I mean, I feel like anytime that I'm ever down about something, generally when we talk it out, we get drunk, we sit there and we're like, fuck this shit, we're gonna do it. That kind of shit. It's always a lot of fun. And even if it's been a while since we've actually like hung out like that, it's still nice to know that, you know, we're still rooting for each other here like this. But yeah, no, Kylie came up with the thing saying like, I want to help you because I know you want to give up, but I feel like you should do this.
We're best friends, man.
Yeah.
100% that's what we'll do. Like, literally, if I ever get married, like, you're 100% best man. Like, done and done.
Hell yeah.
Now to find a lady who's unfortunate enough to end up with me.
Ladies? Question mark?
Ladies? Question mark.
Right. So yeah, no, I mean, I guess we're just ready to kind of move on into the next phase. I've got so many big ideas. It just kind of took me getting out of that hole and realizing like, hey, you know what? I can find time for this, and I would like to find time for this. I have a lot of good video ideas. I would like to redo our, you know, opening, and I feel like redoing all these things have been a big motivator for me to kind of like keep pushing through and try to like revitalize it so we all can get on the same page and
you being excited about it makes me motivated.
Fuck yeah. So yeah, as far as videos that are coming out in the future, I don't fucking know. All I know is that September I'm gonna do the end screen. I'm gonna stop working on anything for the channel for the rest of this month so I can work on the game that I'm working on with the team. And then September I'm gonna go gung ho. We're gonna try and get some videos out. I just sent Alex his little flash drive, so he's got videos that he can edit.
You hear that, audience? Prepare your ear balls and your eye holes, because we are bringing some content to you.
Yes.
We're going to be bringing a fuck ton of content. We might even start a porn channel. Maybe. That's in the future. We don't know.
Exactly.
But what we're doing is we're bringing the content.
Retrograde OnlyFans. I'm going to put it on the back of my SUV when I take my kid to school. Fuck yeah. That is a thing.
Follow me.
That is not a joke. What's an OnlyFans, mommy? Shush, we don't talk about it.
Shush. Look away. Avert your eyes.
Away with you.
Away.
But yeah, so that's pretty much the update. We've got a lot of videos kind of planned. As far as like when they're going to come out, who knows? But this year's the 5th year, so it's got to be big. You know, we want to do a big comp. I want to do a big comp for the 5-year shit. We'll use some videos from last year, which honestly, like I said, there's not a lot, but I still think it would be pretty fun to do like a combination of 4 and 5 to make it like one big one. So we'll just go gung-ho in September all the way through October, and that will kind of be the comp, and we'll, you know, go from there. I do have an idea for the Halloween special. Yes. I don't know how we're going to execute it. I would love to be able to figure out how we could, and we'd all have to be here to record it, but not like in person, but like we'd all have to be off.
I was gonna say, you get your ass up here to record. I'm not fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely would.
It's your
just
turn.
We'll talk. Well, I know. We'll talk more about it.
It's your turn for like the next 3 turns.
Hey, listen, it's not my fault. Okay, I don't know what's done.
Driving everywhere. It's your turn.
This is true. This is true. We will come up there eventually. Okay, we just gotta.
Damn,
you know,
like you will be really happy with the stuff up here. Anyway, that's not for podcasts. Maybe it's.
That's fair. That's fair.
Maybe it's for next episode.
We just need to get some more money. So before we close out, I figure we should also introduce our newest member. As many of you know, Kylie is now part of the Retrograde team. Who's Kylie? I'll tell you. That's the girl that's in the first one with us. The very first video we ever made. Kylie is my girlfriend, for those of you who don't know. I don't know how many of you wouldn't act... Well, I guess that actually is not true, because not everybody in the subscribers list is like, you know, personal friends. But yeah, she's my girlfriend. She's been here with us since the beginning of the channel, and... she's the reason why I have the PC I have, that I edit, make any thumbnails, pretty much do anything.
So is Alex.
Yeah, right. And then, obviously, she's been kind of managing our social media, so if you've been seeing any posts on Twitter, TikTok, or Instagram, that's been her. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and bring her in so we can introduce her officially, and then that will kind of be it, honestly. So,
I guess I should have...
Kylie, get in here. Get in here. All right. How do we drag her? Can we just add her? Can we do that? Is that a thing? We can do that, right?
I mean,
add friend. Here we go.
she won't be heard because we're.
Oh, yeah, that is
just
true.
Just open the door and yell at her. It'll sound great on the podcast. It's gonna be great. Just do it.
Just open the door. Just open the door.
Just open the door. Just open the door. Right, everybody, listen close.
Kylie! Kylie! Kylie? Hey. Oh my gosh, she's got her fucking head. God damn it.
It's going great. We're doing good.
Hey!
Holy shit.
Get that sweet ass in here!
This is stupid. Oh, I hope this all stays in the podcast. I keep wanting to say the video. God.
It technically is a video.
It's not a video.
How's it easier?
You're a mother. All right, here, Kylie. Here's Alex. So you can actually hear him because I had to put on the headphones.
It's our newest member.
We are introducing you.
Ow.
Hello, Alex.
Hello. And Frankie is another new member because he has to be included in everything I do now.
Well, as long as he's nibbling on them toes.
Nah, he's scratching my fucking legs now because he's a douche.
True. Well, hello, I am Kylie. Alex already knows me and my bullshittery. Basically, I've been a part of the channel, but I'm more in official capacity for the channel. I'm helping with the social media to my best ability with TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and all that other stuff.
Why are you out of breath?
I don't know. I don't know. I got nervous.
Damn, that game session must have been pretty heavy.
I mean, it's GTFO. I'm also a streamer myself. I'm also part of the gaming community, thankfully, for my boyfriend's habits of showing me the horror game scene and movies. Yeah, so basically what I see for Retrograde is to make it a household name. I want people to know about the channel and be able to laugh with us and laugh at us when we're screaming like monkeys. But that's pretty much all I see for the channel. Is just I really want to see it grow. These boys/men have worked really hard to get this channel.
I'm the man and you're the boy.
I corrected myself, sir. Calm down.
I was called sir today. That makes me the man.
Yeah, you are getting pretty up there in age. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just simple and sweet. I want people to know what Retrograde is, what it's about, and what we stand for. We stand for having a good time, scaring ourselves shitless, and just making everybody laugh.
You stand for the gamers.
We stand for the gamers. We're gonna take on the gamer world online, basically. Yeah. That's what we want. At least that's what he said on Twitter bio. I'm just quoting him at this point.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember that.
Oh, really? I could show you.
No, I'm good.
But yeah, that's me. Gonna help me out here, or are you gonna make it more awkward for me being in the room?
Oh, no, the awkward silence is perfect. We're actually
just
going to keep you
so
like
I think
this.
I'm going to leave it be.
Heck you both! Alex is over here. The awkward silence is perfect. Yeah, I know. It describes me perfectly.
Right. Well, then that's fair. I can take over if you want.
I mean, I was kind of waiting for you guys to ask me questions and stuff like that.
Oh, no, that was it. We were just introducing you.
Wow.
No,
I don't
that's
know
for
what
another
questions
podcast.
are we going to ask you.
That's for another podcast.
There you go.
We're
Because we're already
over
at an hour
We
and
are
3 minutes,
already
so
over
we don't
an
want to
hour.
run this too long, obviously.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's me. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Violet Ann, or Kylie. So yeah. Bye!
Okay. Holy shit. Alright,
hello?
Is that okay?
Yeah, that was good.
Alright, so that's the episode. Yeah,
That is-
Tune in
yeah.
for more exciting dumb shit. I don't know.
Fuck yeah.
Videos coming your way, podcasts coming your way. Woo! Alright, anything else, Kyle? Fucking
No.
artwork coming your way. Check out Retrograde. Hey, we got